The 2015 ITM Cup is proudly brought to you by the Tui Brewery.
It's a night of contrasting emotions and agendas at McLean Park in Napier tonight, as the home team Hawkes Bay looking to make their mark in record defences of the Ranfurly Shield, and the visitors from the mighty Waikato looking to make one last stand in season 2015. And co-commentary, former All Black Richard Turner.
Yeah, thanks Ken, and very excited to be here at McLean Park. Looking forward to this match. Plenty of supporters clearly from Hawkes Bay because they're at home, but I've been impressed with the amount of Waikato supporters who have made the trip south. So it will be a special night, and it's a very good side that Waikato have rolled out. Uhila, Faiva and Honik in the front row, Tucker and Ioane in the second row, big ball carriers. Byrne, Tyrrell and Jacobson are hard-working loose forward trio, but this is where it gets special for Waikato. Weber and McKenzie, the 9-10 combination. Very, very impressive, those two young players. Line up Brown, Edwardson in the midfield, Collier, Stevenson at fullback, and Jordan Trainer, who for me was a star of the National Under-19 tournament, makes his debut on the wing.
And sideline, a former Waikato legend, Matthew Cooper.
G'day Ken and Richard, really excited to be here. Two teams steeped in Shield tradition. Hawkes Bay been very good. They're going to trying to hold the Shield for the whole season. A brilliant achievement if they can do that. But they've got a young team with a lot of endeavour, and they'll be willing to have a real crack tonight here at McLean Park.
Fahamokior, Dixon and Edmonds in the front row. Allardyce and Abbott, the two locks. Brendan O'Connor and Tony Lambourne having outstanding seasons. Oswald Wakefield, Eaton and West in the halves. Horrell and Buckman in the midfield. Freud, Marshall and Zach Guilford, the back three for Hawkes Bay. And the conditions are conducive to good football tonight, Matthew Cooper.
Yeah, beautiful here. Lovely day in the bay, and you can look at it there. Slight breeze. Only Hawkes Bay will be going from right to left on your screen. They're going to kick the ball off. Waikato won the toss, but you just got to feel here. There they are, Waikato. Supposed to get the plane down. They ended up going on a bus because the plane didn't arrive at Hamilton Airport. So they've had a big bus trip yesterday. But Brad Weber, former Bay man, leading the Mooloos out here at McLean Park.
3 and 6 for Waikato in the ITM Cup Premiership in 2015, in the precarious position of 16 points and 6th position. And there will be much interest in 2 and 7 Manawatu tonight on the outcome of this. 5 Super Rugby players in their lineup tonight for Waikato. Damien McKenzie, well, what a future and what potential this kid out of Christ College. He's with the University Club. He's already played at secondary schools in New Zealand 20s level, and of course debuted for the Chiefs last year for the home team Hawkes Bay. What a record. 7 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw, 35 points in first position, and a 272 points scored. They're the second best attacking side in both the championship and the premiership. And what a night for Chris Eden out of St John's and the Taradale Club. He's been a super rugby performer, coming out with his beautiful young daughter. What a leader he is. 100 games. He joins some very illustrious company. And a tremendous ball player. He's tough. And who will forget that try he scored around Jason Woodward just a couple of weeks ago. Chris Eden. And he is in very, very great company, and that's lovely, really in keeping with our commitment to children and families in ITM Cup and at rugby. Chris Eaton, what a night for him and for his family. And they bring some very good form into this match as well. Hawkes Bay, Ehire West about to get play underway. And we're waiting for our official ball carrier to come out, Gerald Tumoti from Mahora School. Shaking hands with Ehire West. Very nice to see now the future of our game and of our sport. Nick Bryant is in charge tonight. Stu Catley and Carl Jowsley will be his assistant, and the TMO, Mark Johnson, as Hawkes Bay through Ihia West. Goes long, and Terrell for Waikato. Weber looking for some field position.
Yeah, nice tidy start. Waikato from the kickoff, stock standard exit from 22. Bad distance too from Weber in the box kick.
Just don't step up, it's good. We're good.
Ash Dixon going long. Boswell Wakefield now a big carry in midfield. Eaton. Dixon gets the ball in the right shoulder of Terrell at the same time. Eaton, Ihia West, looking for options. Terrell along the ground.
This is carried back, boys.
Stevenson. Beautiful footwork from Sean Stevenson. It's a good carry under pressure. Weber.
Well, one thing, these guys, they will not be afraid, these young Waikato boys, these backs. And that was just an indication. Trainer on debut. He's only 18 years old. Stevenson's the same.
I can't
And just showed you there that exuberance of youth. And if they can stay in the contest, Richard Turner, they could cause, just a bit of nervousness in this Magpie side.
Well, certainly, whenever you're challenging for the Shield, Matthew, always your focus is on scoring points early because you want to put the side defending under pressure.
Who's in here?
Always the pressure levels ramp up if you're the defender and you're chasing the game. But it's a tidy start from Waikato.
5R going long to the back of the line out for Terrell. Now McKenzie misses out two players for a play in midfield. They're looking for the quick recycle and they hit the left side again. Weber for Collier. Weber. Let him burn. Uhila with a bit of ball play. McKenzie! He's opened him up at Hawkes Bay. A drawing pass. They've got numbers down. That's right side. It's going to be a comfortable finish for Leonard Brown. Damien McKenzie put a ring around that kid's name. He started it off with the break, got into the backfield, and Anton Leonard Brown, what a finish.
Well, Matthew Cooper talked about the exuberance of youth. Damien McKenzie, he's not much older than the two blokes you highlighted earlier, but look at this. This is a danger that McKenzie poses to this Hawkes Bay defensive system. The great read to decide to take the ball to the line, and he's got plenty of pace. Look at that, outside, inside the defender, and then look at them line up here for Waikato. And it was Anton Leonard Brown.
Oh, yes, they're hungry. Look at that. The Mulu's just done a couple of flips down on the sideline. Good start to the challengers, Waikato. And Anton Leonard Brown finished it, but it was this man, Damien McKenzie, one of the real stars in New Zealand rugby. This guy's got a lot of talent, and we know that. He's only going to get better. And very, very good start from the boys from Waikato.
Taking his time.
What I would say too, though, Richard, poor defence from the Magpies. You cannot give this man room, and so they'll have to shore that up there. Look at them. Edmonds came in off his line, created a bit of a hole, and then he slipped through there past Boswood Wakefield.
But they were deep, too. They had good depth on that, didn't they, Matthew? So he had the time to assess the situation, saw the mismatch, and knew that he was good enough to exploit it.
Adam Byrne. Oh, with another carry. Weber.
Stop.
Kenzie just setting the ball down to Lewis Marshall. High West. Midfield bomb, 2 chasers. Oswald Wakefield has come through, not taken cleanly, but they get it on the second attempt. Webber. Adam Byrne with a right foot step and Abbott with the tackle. A little bit wider now for Josh Honeck. Very good at the tackle ball area. Hawke's Bay, it's been a feature of their season in 2015.
Brendan Edmonds.
Well, you just highlighted the fact that it's a real strength of the Magpies game, Ken. Their work at the breakdown over the ball. Look at that. Mukior made the contact and then his mate from the other side of the scrum, Brendan Edmonds, all over the top of that. And Ihai West, Matthew has decided that this is within his range.
Oh, absolutely, Richard. This is and it's a beautiful night here, and full marks to the Hawke's Bay crowd. There's a big crowd. They're expecting 10,000, and a lovely day, and just a stunning night here. So wind, there were no issues with wind. 48 metres out, ground in good nick. This player, this first 5, and we talk about Damien McKenzie. Well, here's the other protege on the horizon in New Zealand rugby in 10s. He'll get the distance, no problem at all.
Missed by much. Damien McKenzie. How about that? One coat of paint, isn't it? McKenzie. Guildford. Kenzie on the run. Away from Guildford, away from O'Connor. Now he goes wide on the ball. And a good read by Allardyce in defence. Terrell, he's been very good, the number 8. In his opening 7 minutes, he's carried a lot. McKenzie trying to put the ball behind Lewis Marshall, who reads it perfectly. Offloads in the tackle. And now Zach Guildford's away down the left side. And the ball, Uhila.
Is it by black or red first? Black first. Knock on by black.
Oh, big hit defensively. Loni Uhila for Waikato. Hawke's Bay threatening to break out.
Yeah, nice passage to play, but they talk a lot about Lewis Marshall, the Hawke's Bay fullback, and the kick from Damien McKenzie. Took it well, and just lovely little interplay with Zach Guildford. We know how he can take a lot of metres. Pretty even in the pack front. It's a real sense, we spoke about it in the pre-game show, that as long as Waikato stays in the contest, just the nerves, the little bit of tension creeps up when you're playing not only for points and for a home advantage through the whole final series for Hawke's Bay, but also the famous log of wood.
Kenzie looking long for easy reception from her. Now Guildford on the left. He's the left winger looking for work on the right-hand side of the park. Waikato trying to hold him up.
Knocking on advantage.
West goes behind 4 players and then they send it long for Dixon. Now Lambourne running down a tram line on the left side, does well. Eaton. Guildford. Buckman. Buckman attacks the line. Strong Richard Buckman. Eaton. West. Again, 3 players on a decoy. Andrew Horrell straightens up, offloads on the tackle. Good play.
Number 2 high tackle and then knocked on. Number 2 high tackle.
Oh, I don't know about this. Just collared him.
Done me favour as the man singled out by referee Bryant.
Yeah, he knocked it on.
Yeah, good option there for Hawke's Bay. They've got to go for territory, got to get into this game and get a good set piece going.
Well, that's their go-to, isn't it, Matthew, for Hawke's Bay? As we get a look at over there, just over the shoulder, on top of the shoulder, not much in it, but to the letter of the law. It's high.
Full line out. Dixon. The front for Boswell Wakefield. They work the ball to the back of the maul where O'Connor breaks away, isolated initially, but support gets there. Eaton a little bit wider now for Mark Abbott. Very good field position. West short for Andrew Horrell. Again, the second 5'8" attacks the line. Eaton. Now they've set up a narrow blind. What a hit in defence from Waikato. 2 shoulders. Abbott. The boys are warming up now. Dixon to the line. Dixon. Another big shot on him, this time from Tucker.
Playing advantage, number 4, 2
Eaton. High West. Long ball for Horrell. McKenzie with the tackle. Buckman.
Number 4, 2 slide roll away.
Well, they've given away the penalty. They've given away the penalty, Waikato, but what I am impressed about is the aggressive defence. And if you're going to try and take a shield, you've got to come to play, you've got to come to attack, and that means when you haven't got the ball as well.
Yeah, certainly a good early statement from Waikato, Matthew. Saw the threat that their attack poses, but how about the defence here? 2 and 12 in combination.
As Ken Lehman would say, get that in you.
And then this is the penalty. Tucker just not rolling away, and then Buckman had an opportunity, but from that he knocked the ball over, so knocked the ball on, but they'll come back. No advantage in this one. Pretty much a formality for Ihia West.
We all love the big shot. Ihia West.
400 points in ITM Cup rugby for Ihia West, and very competent number 10.
Now good to get some points on the board in response for Hawke's Bay.
Damien McKenzie. It's a bit of depth on that kick by Boswell Wakefield. And Eaton. A little bit knocked down.
Gee, the pass was flat. Very flat.
So here.
Knew what they wanted to do. Hawke's Bay just didn't quite get the execution, but seemed to have been deliberately knocked down, but I think you get a fair chunk of this too. Oh, I was wrong. Just waving the big left arm around.
Dixon at the back for Boswell Wakefield. And Brendan Edmonds. Horrell, Ihia West. Robbie Fruin, he's big and he's strong. And Collier handles him comfortably. Lambourne. 2 decoys, Horrell at first receiver, now Guildford.
He did make contact. Accidental scrum.
Just a little bit unstructured. There's the accidental offside there for the Magpies. Just got to remember the pressure that's under the home side here. Going for a record 12 and holding onto the shield is just a challenge in itself for a whole season, that massive game against Auckland. So just a bit of pressure in there and just not that usual structure, but that goes with what the opposition are bringing as well early in the game.
Well, this aspect of the game will certainly have an impact on the outcome. First scrum was a tidy one. Waikato again, well, the benefit of the head to the scrum.
Reset.
Good look at Tolu Whahamokiora on this side. Loose head prop for Hawke's Bay.
Let's go quickly.
Head to head with Josh Honeck. Now pressure comes on. The elbow down for Whahamokiora.
Crouch. Binds. Sit.
Good scrum from Hawke's Bay. Andrew Horrell to the line. It's a late ball. West with a left foot. Steps out of the tackle. Aims back towards the post. Ihio West looking for some space on the outside. They got play out to Brendan O'Connor with a right foot. Comes back in towards the traffic. Tackle. 7 metres out. Eaton. Dixon at first receiver. Andrew Horrell. Now they look down the left side. Guildford takes on the defence. Tony Lamborn was close. Now they drive. They're over the line. Can they get the ball down? The referee says, let's have a look. Hawke's Bay on fire.
Well, how about the scrum pressure? Talked about that being an influencer on the outcome. Held up the call. So, good interaction here. Referee and TMO, but look at the break here. West beats the first tackler and then just goes searching here, searching for space initially, and then now for support. He finds it out wide. Buckman to the skipper O'Connor, and look at the cover defence for Waikato. They were hustling big time to shut that down, and then it comes back the other way, and Guildford, they do well here, Hawke's Bay, because the maul call had come, and well done defensively again, Waikato, Sean Stevenson.
Still some questions for the Waikato defence to be answered as Hawke's Bay, encouraged by the big crowd that's in tonight. The ball coming back for Boswell Wakefield. Picks it up and drives forward. A metre. They're going to try and rock and roll their way over from here, Hawke's Bay. And now they're a metre short. In very good position. They come back towards the post. And there it is. Dixon.
Ash Dixon, the try scorer. They worked hard for it though, Hawke's Bay. The scrub was untidy to start with, then they went through a couple of phases, but each ball carrier on the pick and go made good inroads. Then finally Dixon.
Lovely body.
Yeah, exactly right, Matthew, go ahead.
Lovely body position too, wasn't it, in behind, and he had the help of big Mike Allardyce. And just the continuity, you talk about it a lot, Richard, and that time there, they were tight, they were composed, they were patient, and that's a very good Hawke's Bay reply.
Not bad for a bloke who hadn't scored a try coming into this season, Matthew. His third in ITM Cup 2015.
West can't get it to bend around, so 8-7.
Well, they needed that, the Magpies. They just, after the start from the Waikato side, Just needed to get the crowd a little bit more excited, a little bit quiet, but a good reply.
Damien McKenzie, good job in the air. That's an outstanding take from Michael Allardyce. Boswell Wakefield peels off another 5 metres, high west.
Brendan Edmonds then to have carried on with a clean out too far for the liking of Nick Bryant.
Highlanders in 2015. In fact, there's 3 of them on the park. In the front row, Dixon, Edmonds and Josh Honig from Waikato, all with the successful Highlanders in 2015. Damien McKenzie. This kid was identified by Waikato and the Chiefs when he was only in year 12 at Christ College. Study of concentration and patience, but not quite the accuracy he and his team were looking for. The score remains 8-7.
He tackled him.
Now Edmonds just seeking clarification of what he did wrong from Nick Bryant, and on the clean out he actually took the blow at the ground, so essentially tackled him. Clearly you can't do that unless the player's carrying the ball.
Kinsey. Again he goes to the line. He's got plenty of ticker.
It's fine, play on.
And now Eaton. Buckman tried to grub her on the ground. High West to recover. Long for Lewis Marshall. He's got some footwork, Marshall. Will show and go on the outside, Lewis Marshall. He's into the backfield. A beautiful no-look pass for Eaton, backing up in the middle. They got great field position, but they've lost the ball. And Waikato charge down. McKenzie takes on the defence. Another short ball on the right-hand side. We're getting great rugby tonight from McLean Park. Another loose kick taken by Tony Lambourne. He's isolated. He can play that, Lewis Marshall.
Out of the corner of my eye, I caught somebody's legs getting lifted in the air. I believe they might have been the legs of 10 Red. We want to see if there was foul play there in the tackle. TMO.
So we're upstairs for TMO. Mark Johnson looking for some foul play. Potential tip tackle. Damien McKenzie was the ball carrier.
Nothing.
No, so he gets him up there. You've got to go past the horizontal. Let's have a look. It's a lottery, though. That's the danger. You put yourself in that position as a player, then you're open to the subjectivity of the bloke making the decisions.
I'm looking. Sorry. Yeah, I got you.
It's a caution.
That's all of them. So for me, the tackle was marginally late, but he's lifted him and he has dropped him on his side, so not his shoulders or head. So for me, that's a yellow card. Do you agree?
Gosh. Well, he's talked himself into the yellow card, the referee.
Yeah. It's on his side, yeah.
So is that
Number
Gilford's
11?
going to sit down for 10 minutes?
Number 11.
What are we doing to our game, please?
Yeah. But there's a lift. You haven't dropped him on his shoulders or head. Just listen to me. But you have lifted him and dropped him, so it is a yellow card.
opinion on that, but it's a very tough call.
I do have a penalty.
Yeah, but I think also Richard Turner mentioned that as soon as you go on this, if you go anywhere around that lifting and dropping, you're risking risking that option, and that's what's happened.
So here's the other interesting thing. The penalty should be back where he got tip-tackled, surely.
I played advantage.
So, there you go. He's clarified it himself. The referee said I'm playing advantage, so there was clearly another penalty where...
Well, how's that dangerous? Come and tell me that.
Yeah, that's it.
How's
And that's
that
the problem, Ken. Therein lies the issue. It's subjectively judged, so
Reckless.
you and I look at it and go, well, nothing too much in it. The blokes that make the decisions, they look at it and go, yeah, it's careless, reckless, call it what you like. Bottom line is, as a player, you just shouldn't put yourself in that position.
Well, he doesn't look very injured. He doesn't look very hurt, and he doesn't look very disappointed.
No argument there, Ken. Absolutely, and I agree with you.
And it's a
Certainly
collision
doesn't
sport.
deserve a bloke to miss 10 minutes of a very important game.
Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. There's a penalty going.
Oh, Matthew Cooper. Let's
the
move
mediator,
on.
the
Here we
mediator
go.
steps in.
Downstairs with the
We're
blue
going all
tie
right
on.
up here, thanks, Matt. Hey.
Damian McKenzie. And it's done.
Well, regardless of the outcome in your judiciary system, that is a very, very good penalty to Damian McKenzie.
Yeah, so we talk about crucial moments in big matches. Matthew, this is one right now at 24.5-minute mark. Hawkes Bay will be down to 14 players for the next 10 minutes. So,
well, you and I spoke about they've just got to stay in their contest, Waikato, into the second half. Well, they're doing a good job.
Higher West. Good contest in the air. Coming away with his Edmonds. It's a ball out the back door, secured by Waikato. Now Ioane.
Say last.
Weber.
Carried back.
And for McKenzie.
Stop 7.
Lewis Marshall. Midfield bomb. Chase coming from Boswell Wakefield, but it's Adam Byrne who secures the football. McKenzie long for Collier. Takes on the tackle of Buckman and Robbie Fruin. Collier. It's a good run. Tucker. Faivar playing ball for Sean Stevenson. Jordan Trainer. Brilliant tournament at the Jock Hobbs under-19. Ioane plays ball. Now they go wide again. A little draw and pass and a chance for Collier. Down the left side, the chip and chase. Needs a good bounce. The ball beats them all into touch. Waikato playing inventive and creative rugby.
yeah, no doubt about that. And some big boys involved too. For Waikato, they were the ones that created the opportunity out wide. Robbie Fruin was forced to make a decision defensively, and he chose to come in off his wing, tried to shut it down. The pass was good.
Who's the halfback?
Now pressure here for Hawkes Bay inside their own 22, albeit that they have the throw to the line out.
Dixon going over the back of the line out for Brendan O'Connor. New High West.
Brilliant set piece from the Magpies there. Under pressure, a player down. And the long throw over to O'Connor and the exit from Ihai West. Well played, Hawkes Bay. So with a player down, this is all about phase play for Waikato. If they can grab phases, they should get a mismatch with a player down.
Ioane with the line-out win. Now Stevenson immediately go wide. Now Lewis Marshall will let that ball roll into the end goal and go to the 22 for a restart. Robbie Fruin, little tap to himself, and now Andrew Horrell goes in search of green grass, gets just short of the halfway. Ihai West, long Whamukio And now Lambourne trying to do it in and away. The blindside flanker. He does well there. 8 metres into the Waikato half. Eaton, they win the penalty. Eaton, keen to get on with business. The tap goes to the line, does well. Chris Eaton.
Steals good, well.
Adam Bird, Favar, busy with the football. Weber.
Number 9, you had to get out of there. He couldn't place it because you were lying there.
Shield rugby,
Yeah,
Richard Turner.
exactly, Matthew. Just about to say the same thing. It makes you do things you probably wouldn't normally do in a normal situation, rational situation.
Time off.
This is what the big matches are all about.
Brendan. I need to make one thing real clear. We've had probably 2 penalties each way for guys being involved in the tackle and then just lying there and not making an effort to get away. This has to change because clearly both teams are trying to play it quick. It's not going to help a quick game. Get the message across.
Yep, both teams no doubt trying to play a quick game, but comes the time, Matthew, where, especially when you've got a man in the bin, you just probably want to take a step back, calm things down and carve off some easy yards from a straight arm penalty.
Absolutely, and there's just the ball. That's the quick tap as away, and that just shows you the type of rugby there. Andrew Horrell, if ever you want a guy to play a crunch shield game and try and hold on to the log, you need that second 5 there, Andrew Horrell. 4 minutes for Zach Guilford.
Ahmed, Favar, Tucker, Fred Weber loses his footing, so forced to tidy up himself. Hawkes Bay very aggressive in the tackle ball area. Weber, your one it. Adam Byrne, McKenzie, Leonard Brown, cut out ball. It's loose and it's knocked forward by. Ooh. No one would have stopped Ruby through.
Right in front of you, Matthew. That wasn't far away.
He was gone. That was a try time there. The wide pass from Leonard Brown, hitting space, a little bit of dew on this beautiful McLean Park surface here in Napier. And there's the wide pass. She skids up, skids through, and
It's from the scrum.
there he goes. Robbie through and shut the gate, but it didn't happen. So Collier here, numbers down, Hawkes Bay. Out wide,
Crouch!
little bit of deception around Damien McKenzie. There he is. What can Waikato contrive from set piece?
McKenzie to the line, trying to pick the area behind Lewis Marshall, and that is very well done by Damien McKenzie.
So they're bringing Collier across when it's a set move on this side and just switching the wings. The slighter Jordan trainer, debutant Fraser Tech and Hamilton. There's Zach, a couple of minutes left to go before he gets his boarding pass.
Four-man line out. They were looking for Allardyce. Waikato look like they've secured the ball and they've won a penalty.
What do you do, Richard Turner?
Oh, points, all about points, Matthew. They're in front. Shield game, when you get opportunities and you're the challenger, you bank them every opportunity. What do I know? What do I know? That's probably why I spent one season challenging for the Shield 3 times and never won it, man.
No, I was in your camp. Well, with Shield Rugby, it's not about a bonus point, it's just about the famous log of wood. Young Sean Stevenson at the back weights.
Adam Byrne at the front of the line out. It's 15 on 14. Amir Favar at the back of the maul. They try to get some momentum going forward. Now McKenzie to the line. McKenzie. In very good field position, Webber. Jordan Trainer, Sean Stevenson with a bit of footwork. Thinking about an offload, Stevenson. Webber looking for Adam Byrne. Webber, McKenzie. They're going to look out on the left side. Trainer. 2.5 metres out, Waikato. Ball has made its way to the back. McKenzie, there's a penalty advantage for Waikato. They're driving their way forward, Waikato. They're just short now in very good position. There's the ball on the ground. It's lost forward. We're in one of those moments, and these are very important games.
Number 2 on the side. What are we doing?
Well, they turned one down last time. Surely they turn it down again and try and repeat it.
Discipline down here or someone will go.
So Hawkes Bay under a warning as well. So there's pressure on them all round.
They'll tell me.
He'll just go through the motions, Mackenzie, and they will look, and will they get the opportunity?
Here he comes. Magpies back to 15. And don't they need 15 players at the moment? This is relentless from the challengers.
You're one there at the front of the line out. It's a good repulse from Hawkes Bay to drive them back. And the referee's happy with the contest. The ball off the feet. Waikato have lost that advantage. Chris Eaton looks for some relief with better field position. Jordan Trainer. Sean Stevenson. What a season. This kind of telling. Sean Stevenson. Young offloads from McKenzie. Belted again by Zach Guilford. They're on the front foot again. Waikato. Now Tucker. Webber. Hamir 5R with a bit of footwork. The hooker. Webber. Uhila. The left side they go. Show and go at the line. Beautiful running. What about that from a front rower?
Wow.
The tight head
That's right, Josh Honig. We talked about all the talent in that back line, Matthew, and it's taken a front rower to find a weakness in the Hawkes Bay defensive line. Have a look. Stevenson started it, the step and go from him. Combination with McKenzie, they recycle it, comes out here, look, he's man on man, and he just puts a left foot step on twice.
Well, the show and go for the try number 2 for the Waikato side, and it's the big fella, Josh Honig, off his left foot over and in the tackle of Lewis Marshall. And that is an outstanding try. But Richard, it's about the steppers. It's this young back line. The steppers are causing havoc for the Magpies.
Well, it's a real reflection.
Look at the haircut. Look at the haircut there.
Of how professional the game is now. The skill of our front rowers and tight forwards, given an opportunity, full-time training, and develop their skills. Hard to imagine that try like that would have been scored in earlier eras as under pressure. Webber forced to tidy up. And Josh Honig, well, that's up there with Martin on his left foot step, isn't it?
Well, tell you what, he did good too to get the ball to hand with Honig. And the rest was shout. Any bloke with 2 digits on his back would have been proud of.
Eaton, Zach Guilford at first receiver to the line. Zach. Tackle by Jacobson. And Chris Eden does well. Yeah, if you knock off on Eden, he'll pinch meters off you. Edmonds. Fahamokior to the line. A good skill from the Hawkes Bay forwards now. Buckman. Just beyond the 22. Hawkes Bay, Eaton. Edmonds carrying to the defence. The high west. Andrew Horrell to the line. Still on the 22 in great field position. Hawkes Bay. Eaton. West. Damien McKenzie for Trainer.
Yeah, they'll come all the way back to the other side here. Lonnie Uhila. No arms. Yeah, shoulder charge.
A very, very big night for All Black Rugby, and especially for one of our game's most colourful, most charismatic and popular characters, Martin Nonu, who will play 100 tests when he takes the field against Tonga tomorrow morning at 7:30. And if you're watching over in the UK, Ma'a, all the very best to you and your family out of Rongotai College, all into Rongotai Wellington, and of course Player of the Year at the Hurricanes in 2015. What an achievement for him, and what an achievement for New Zealand rugby.
Oh, another big call here, Matthew, as we tick down to half-time. This is the real go-to play for Hawke's Bay, but
yeah, they have to go in. I think it's a critical time with a minute to go, just over a minute. This is a pretty vital. You talk about turning points in Shield rugby. You don't get a lot, you must take them.
6 metres out, Robbie Fruin at the front of the line-out. Andrew Horrell is behind him. They've got 1,000 players in the line-out from a set play. Hawke's Bay. Now they're going to try and drive. They've got the ball at the back of the maul. The Waikato defence now under huge pressure. Here they come, Hawke's Bay. Downward pressure. Gets the job done. What better man to get his name on the score sheet than the captain, Brendan O'Connor.
well, they rolled the dice, kid, did Hawke's Bay. It might have had 1,000 in there. It only took one to score it, and that was the skipper. But a big play from Hawke's Bay. Waikato had defended it nicely initially. They got good numbers there. Look at the numbers for Hawke's Bay. Shifted it to the back, and then the pressure came from Waikato, but they stayed patient. They stayed in position, and then it just fans off to the right and breaks away here, and they've got too many numbers. Always in control. O'Connor the try.
Stunning try to the Magpies. What a comeback. And it is. It's the captain, Brendan O'Connor. They just weren't patient. They took the punt, didn't they, without taking the penalty. And that's an outstanding try.
Had an outstanding 39 minutes of quality, entertaining and at times exhilarating rugby. We talked about these two teams. One in a desperate last stand to retain premiership status. Gets it done at 17 points to 15. We are no closer to deciding a winner in this than we were 40 minutes ago. The counter-attack has been breathtaking. There's been some controversy. There's been some drama. There's been some unbelievable signs of skill and class. And Damien McKenzie, one of the stars of the first half, is with Matthew Cooper.
Well, Damien, you got a bit of a smile on your face. This is a great Shield game, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is. It's all what we expected. You know, obviously a bit disappointed to let Hawke's Bay on half-time, but that's what they're good at. And, you know, hopefully we come in the second half and play some footy like we did in the first will be good.
A lot of will there from this Waikato side.
Oh, absolutely. It's been left in us.
Good on you.
So cheers, mate. Thank you.
What a first half it's been. 17-15 Waikato over Hawke's Bay. After 40 minutes, we're still no closer. Very nice presentation at half-time to Tamata Primary School of $10,000 from ITM, which will go towards that learning centre. So congratulations to ITM and to Tamata School. 2 tries apiece. Just a conversion separating these two sides who have given us a heck of a first half for you to enjoy wherever you're watching around the world. These Ranfurly Shield games, there is indeed something very special about them. And this one tonight, Richard Turner, is no different.
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about leading into this one, the talent of this young Waikato side, and they were on display early. Second minute of the game, and Waikato are scoring tries. The young stars involved. Leonard Brown was the try scorer, but Hawkes Bay, as they want to do, they just keep fighting back, and they went to their go-to play, the forwards up front, and Ash Dixon, who hadn't scored a try, ITM Cup try leading into this season, scores his third Ranfurly Shield try, and then Hawkes Bay make the mistake, and it's those young stars from Waikato again that get into their work. This was a crucial play here. Zach Guilford, the tip tackle. Bit of debate about whether it was worthy of 10 minutes in the bin. So Zach went, and then Waikato went back about their work, and they declined a couple of three-point opportunities. And how about this from a front rower? Josh Honick showing the big numbers how to do it. And then Hawkes Bay with the side this time to decline the three-point opportunity right on the stroke of half-time. This is what they are so very good at doing. Hawkes Bay, they had good numbers in there, big numbers in there, the backs helping out. It shared off to the side and it splintered, and they had good control, and the skipper went in right on half-time.
Hawkes Bay 9-0 second half performances in 2015. They are a stunning second half team.
I'll look for a story in these stats. Hawkes Bay, well, they've enjoyed a good territorial advantage, but possession has been evenly split, and you've got to say probably this Waikato side have made better use of their possession handling errors as you expect on a night like tonight. Low penalties conceded, both sides conceding crucial penalties, missed tackles. Both sides wouldn't be happy with those numbers, but all in all, it's been a very entertaining game, and the stats reflect that. Plenty of motivation and excitement in that Waikato changing room too, and why not? Yeah, Blair Furlong looks like a little bit of concern on his face, but given the fact that Hawkes Bay are a very good second half side, probably shouldn't be overly concerned, but it is a good Waikato side, and Hawkes Bay have a lot of work to do in front of them.
A big second half awaits. Danny Lee, the assistant coach of Hawkes Bay, is with Matthew Cooper.
Well, thanks, Ken. Danny, I suppose the try at the end would have made your half-time team talk a little bit less tough.
Not really. We're pretty disappointed in the way that we're playing. We've talked about all week what they're going to bring, and they've certainly brought it. It's a big fight out there. We know that they've got opportunities all over the park, and we're really disappointed with the way we played that first half. But as you say, to pick up that try there at the end has brought the score back a little bit closer.
The key for the Magpies in the second 40?
Hold on to the ball, work them really hard, play with the ball with a bit of patience, and hopefully we come out on the right end.
Thanks, Danny.
Thanks, Chris. Cheers.
Brad.
Higher West waits while Damien McKenzie, two young number 10s out there tonight, have set our game alight. Chris Eaton now for Brendan Edmonds. What a season he's having. Edmonds, the tight head prop. Higher West. Sean Stevenson, first year out of school and starting in the ITM Cup, and looked very, very comfortable as well. Sean Stevenson, he's another kid in our game with a huge future. Very good field position. There is Sean Stevenson. He was at Auckland Grammar last year. And through the New Zealand secondary school system, didn't go to the 19s because he was in the ITM Cup, so missed the Jog Hobbs, and will be a serious contender for the New Zealand 20s in 2016, Sean Stevenson. I mean, 5R for Terrell, Webber, McKenzie, then on Leonard Brown, squeezed for room, so goes to the line. Webber. Damien McKenzie with a midfield bomb, 3 chases. And very nicely done by Jacobson. Adam Byrne. On it. Try scorer with a ball out the back door. Quick hands. Leonard Brown with a right hand offload for Edwardson. Referee and assistant referee are happy with the contest. So play on, Hawkes Bay.
The debate raging amongst the players as to who was actually in control of that ball, but seemed to have been Hawkes Bay, and Waikato looking to step up the tempo.
Tucker with the line out win. Then a Brown to the line. It's a late offload. Edwardson. Sean Stevenson with a tip on for Collier. Collier gets rid of Lewis Marshall. Goes on the outside. Collier, what a run. Not a lot of room. A little bit wider now. Tip on. They've got numbers coming. And holes have been run. That's a good work from Uhila. McKenzie. Inside ball for Fava. Tackled 5 metres out. Waikato. Here they come. Uhila's just short. They've got numbers around the ball. Fava. New Zealand 20s hooker charges at the line. The Hawkes Bay defence holds. Allardyce trying to slow things up. Now they muscle up, drive over the line, is short still. Hawkes Bay showing great character in defence, but they go again, Waikato. Just 2 metres out. We're going to rumble over a little bit wider now. McKenzie, it's a flat ball in midfield. A nice angled run, they need a quick recycle. Now the pick and go. 2 metres out. Down the Uhila. 2 metres out, it's a fast recycle. Underneath, Webber. Hawkes Bay under pressure, big time, they hang on. Couple of metres out. Waikato roll their sleeves up, go again at the line, the referee.
No. He's falling on top of other players.
Hawkes Bay take a bow, unbelievable pressure, and they held the line.
Well, they got themselves organised in the end, Hawkes Bay, but they wouldn't have been happy with the beginning of that. Some easy yards, some easy inroads for Waikato ball carriers. And here's where it started. Untidy, but look at this. Collier, just from a standing start, beats 1, 2, 3, 4 defenders. Buckman has to scramble back to clean that up. And look at the ball carriers here, running at pace.
Geez, they're getting some profit out of Uhila and also Honick tonight, Richard, aren't they? Good play from the Waikato side. But again, this is why these guys are the shield holders. Hawkes Bay, relentless on defence, outstanding.
They're in the middle of a fabulous Rugby World Cup as well, all the games coming in the All Blacks and Tonga tomorrow morning, 7:30 on Sky Sport 1 from St James Park in Newcastle. And then on Sunday, 2:15, Manu Samoa and Scotland from St James Park in Newcastle as well. Australia and Wales, what a game that will be. 4:30 on Sunday morning from Twickenham in London. They are in form, Australia, and looking very, very good. And then France and Ireland, a Six Nations mini battle within Rugby World Cup from Millennium Stadium in Cardiff, which is sold out.
Oh, speaking of battles, back to the battle here at McLean Park. Good attacking position here. Waikato will be looking for right hand up at scrum time.
Yeah, Collier too, just outside Damien McKenzie. The big, tall left wing. He's making some yardage today as well. Watch Webber too. He hasn't had a little dig either, Richard Turner.
5 metres out, it's at the back. Collier, first receiver, takes on the line. Robbie Fruin puts a shot on him to try and hold up now. The pick and go there. Right under the post. Can they get there? Waikato. Hawkes Bay. A little bit of skill at the line. Damien McKenzie. High West hangs on long enough to slow him up. Another pick and go. Another drive at the line. Here they come, Waikato. Tucker. Again, the attack is repelled by the Hawkes Bay defence. Can they hang on for much longer? The referee.
I'll come upstairs, but I'm pretty sure he got it down at the second attempt here.
I have not seen the green. All I've seen is held up as well.
So are we saying held up, or do we need to refer it?
I would have a look.
Okay. TMO?
So, AR and referee are saying held up.
But we just want to check try, no try, please.
Oh, it's relentless from Waikato at the moment. Hawkes Bay hanging on. Here we go. Tucker is the ball carrier. Certainly held up here, and I think it's about he fights. Well, not going to see it. He's trying to sell it, Tucker. This is where I initially thought that right there he'd grounded the ball, but we're not going to see it.
Well, the Mooloos don't think it is. They're back. They are actually quite close to where it all happened, so they haven't gone back to halfway.
No, there he is, little Chris Eaton. Well, he's not that little for a halfback, to be fair. Underneath James Tucker.
No, I can't give that. So we're back for a 5 metre scrum.
No, it's inconclusive footage, no try.
How many tackles have Hawkes Bay had, Richard Turner?
Brad.
Can't count that high, Matthew.
Brad.
A lot.
Yeah, that's right.
Very impressive defence. Hawkes Bay, Waikato need to take this opportunity in a shield game. They've got possession. You don't get many opportunities.
There you go, 64 of them, Matthew. Hawkes Bay, 46 of them. Waikato, so it's a lot of tackling being done in this game. Second half, look at that, 27 tackles to 2. And all that defending, it takes its toll physically, no doubt about that.
There's Collier in between Edwardson and McKenzie. Robbie Fruin has gone out as well. And mark up on his opponent. So the ball comes back, and it's a hustle from Hawkes Bay. They are rewarded with a good effort at scrum time. Robbie Fruin is happy with his forwards. And once again, they stand staunch on their own goal line. Whamokior, Dixon and Edmonds. The big boys get it done.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, and every back
6 metres in. Yeah.
has come out of position to slap some backs here. That is a big moment right there. So, the pressure came early from Hawkes Bay, maybe a tad early. But look at that, Edmonds, Whamokior, Ash Dixon in the front row, and yeah, worth a spray too.
First change of the night, there's number 8 there, Josh Terrell from the Mooloos, has been replaced by number 19 and co-captain this year, Fidu Douglas.
A very good game tonight. Terrell, Chris Eaton, Dylan Collier, Sean Stevenson.
Stop, Red, stop!
High West in the backfield for Hawkes Bay. And now Lewis Marshall. Eaton. Guilford to the line. Connor. Brendan O'Connor. Nice ball back on the inside. Edmonds. The high west long for Lewis Marshall. Right foot step, right into the available. Tips it on the inside for Guildford. He offloads and now Lambourne. 4 metres out now, Hawkes Bay. Under pressure moments ago. Bachman. Richard Bachman. Tackled. 2 metres out. Ball is on the ground. The referee happy with the contest. So Waikato find something in defence. Now they think about a counter-attack. Jordan Trainer with a grabber kick along the ground for himself. Jordan Trainer, the ball back on the inside. And Don Leonard Brown promotes the ball. And Waikato are going to go coast to coast. Brad Weber. What a try, Waikato!
They're going to check it.
I want to look at that last pass, mate. I was miles behind, so I couldn't make a call on it. So, can you give me a reason I can't award a try here?
Final pass is what we're looking for, but I don't think it's an issue to the naked eye.
No wonder he couldn't see
No,
it.
that's right.
These young guys are too fast for him.
Well, that's 100-metre rugby, that is. Leonard Brown, the inside ball.
Went backwards out of the hand.
Yeah, backwards out of the hand. So, certainly forward where it finished, but...
Well, 10,000 think it went forward, Richard.
No doubt about that.
No, that's the last pass, isn't it?
So that's gone backwards out of the hand.
Out of the hand, yeah, it's floated forward. But have a look at the other angle.
No, I'm happy with it, mate.
Yeah, he's happy with it.
Who's talking to me? You talk. Sorry, are you talking to me?
Tough to take it off him.
No, I'm happy with that. No, I was happy with the one before. So, you there, Mark?
He's going to give it.
Mark, where are you? It's... Sorry, Mark, where are you? I can't hear you through the comms, mate. Come closer.
Committee meeting.
Theatre.
Drama. Waikato.
Going to get the
Listen to
decision
the
direct.
crowd. Look at the fans forward.
Television, that pass drifted forward.
No, it did drift forward, but he's passed it back. He's just stayed in front of the pass the whole time.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
he passed it backwards and it drifted forward with momentum. So I'm going to give it a try,
Yeah, it's very good refereeing. It's not popular with the home fans.
No, the ball came out, it was fine.
But that's a very good decision. It'll be a converted try as well. And a sensational effort from Waikato to go the length of the field. They were under enormous pressure, and there it is. It's formally awarded.
Thanks.
Well, it's a 7-pointer.
Oh, and one of the best, Richard.
Yeah, absolutely. Under pressure. They had a crack. And then all of a sudden they're defending Waikato. The mistake came and they've gone 98 metres on the counter-attack.
And go and tap James Tucker on the back. He got the turnover under the bin there for Waikato. They score their third try, and now they take a healthy lead in the Shield Challenge, the last one of the year at McLean Park.
What about Jordan Trainer? Jordan Trainer on the right side, this kid on debut. Look at this.
Yeah, it's again just the skill these young guys play with, Ken, the skill, the freedom.
The former Napier Boys high halfback, Brad Weber, over for the try for Waikato.
Adam Byrne, this is Renfrew Shield rugby at its very best at McLean Park and Napier. And a Hawkes Bay team who have not lost a second half in 2015 are behind by 9, and look at this is 9.87.
He's a superhero. He's a superhero. Jordan Trainer, we go back to him, not 18-year-old playing in the under-19. There he is, this right winger.
Dixon. Oh, lost it. Weber. McKenzie straight away puts the ball behind Lewis Marshall. Bounces it out.
Richard, a couple of really smart plays from Damien McKenzie. This team is on a high. They're young. They want to have a crack all the time. But he's shown his intelligence at 10 in a Shield game, isn't he?
Yeah, no doubt about that. Just saw that stat, Matt. Second half territory, 76% in favour of Waikato, and that's a sign that the young general is directing his troops around this paddock nicely, playing the game in the right position, and really are ramping up the pressure on the Shield holders.
Mark Abbott, the line-out win. O'Connor, the outstanding Hawkes Bay captain. It's Eaton, the higher West. Collier. Sean Stevenson.
Stop.
Lewis Marshall on the fly and loses the ball forward. Tucker.
On the advantage.
Webber.
Advantage over.
McKenzie to the line. McKenzie.
Out.
I remember watching this kid at Christ College, Damien McKenzie. Here's the error from Lewis Marshall. And there's Damien McKenzie. He was marking up against Nelson Asufa Solomona, who's 6'7".
Take it easy, guys. No aims. Let's just go.
And Damien McKenzie is 2'3", dripping wet, going to the line, taking him on, asking questions. No fear, Ehire West. Horrell, beautiful ball, and a beautiful line from Lewis Marshall. Trying to run his left winger in Guildford. Eaton, West, Abbott. Back to left side. Ehire West shows the ball, looking for Allardyce. Running a nice line and support on the inside. Back to left side. Yeah, here come Hawkes Bay. There's Dixon. There's Dixon. Oh, the ball. It's drifted forward. Tucker tidying up for Waikato. Damien McKenzie.
Hold on to the ball, Ash. Hold on to it. You're in the tackle. You're in behind the defensive line. Shannon Chase, number 23 for the Magpies. He's taking the field in front of Zach Guildford. The ball coming through there. Nice play. It was Guildford's last movement. And look at Mitch Jacobson, the Hautapu flanker from the Waikato. Good defence. Good family, this Jacobson family. Brother captain of the Waikato in the 19s as Zach leaves the field.
Sorry?
Yeah.
Are we making a
Kane,
you say?
Luke, Mitchell, Jacobson, all out of the Hautapu club. A very talented and gifted family coming through our game. Stanley.
They brought on a bit of speed too, Richard. Tom Stanley comes on for Trent Boswell Wakeford. So Craig Philpott going for all-out speed.
Yep, so the skipper will shift to the boot of the scrum for Hawkes Bay now. Stanley on the side.
Crouch! Bones!
Waikato, nothing to lose. Always a dangerous proposition. Attacking from everywhere. McKenzie, that's another attacking kick for Jordan. Trainer needs a good bounce. Again inside their own 22, rolling the dice. They are putting on a show for us, Waikato.
And you just got to admire it, kid. The variety, the audacity too, Matthew.
Oh, they're brave, and this guy, they're not going to say if only we come to McLean Park. They're going to say we're going to give it our all. We're going to take some risks. And at the moment, they've got this 10,000 crowd pretty quiet.
Ehire West for O'Connor, who drops it short. And the defence on the advantage line. Back to the right side. Buckman. Cut out ball for Allardyce. Ehire West. Fahamokior taking on Adam Byrne in defence. West. Little second man play to create some space for Lewis Marshall. Spins out of 3 tackles.
Number 3 played the man without the ball.
Long time to go. Take the points.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Number 3, tackle man without the ball.
Ed. I don't know. The guy's forward running as well, so he's offloaded the ball as momentum carries him forward.
You can't
What are you supposed to do?
I'm going to go against you there. That's the right call.
Yeah, no, I'll try.
But you were forward though.
When in doubt,
Take him out.
take him out.
Take him out.
Old story.
Ehire West. Very important kick these now. Still a long time to go in this match, but the heat is on the holders.
Drama of the Ranfurly Shield continues. But again, no one able to get too far. Ahead, converted try in it now. Damien McKenzie perfectly positioned. Michael Allardyce, what a season he is having in 2015. Brendan O'Connor to the back. Robbie Freund, a straight pass down the blind side, tries to run over the top of Webber. Abbott. Good tackle, Fitu Douglas, but they get a quick recycle. Lewis Marshall. Picked the gap perfectly between Jordan Traynor and Sean Stevenson. A brilliant kick.
Not bad. He was off his right foot too.
In his last game for the Mooloos, before he heads over to Racing Metro in Paris, Benny Tamiafunas just about to come on, and here's the lovely play from Eton, the 100-game player, Robbie Freund. You give him a flat ball, you're always going to get metres. And that smart play from Lewis Marshall, just keeping the heat on this young Waikato backline.
Matt, what about the defence from Brad Webber then on Robbie Freund? Didn't flinch,
Great.
took him to ground.
Great, absolutely.
Tucker at the back of the line out with another win. Webber.
He is a very good halfback, Brad Webber. We talk about Perenara, Kerr-Barlow, and of course Aaron Smith.
On the subject of outstanding players and contributors, have a look at this illustrious list of Hawkes Bay legends, of which Chris Eaton now adds his name. Run, Thimberley, Hunt Johnson, Hunter, Stewart, Crawford, Davis, Newland, Crawford, Paiwai and Carl Lowe. Fabulous contributors to the legacy and history of this great province, Hawkes Bay.
The crowd coming into play here, Matthew.
He got hit quite high too.
Hometown advantage.
Great opportunity for the Magpies. Scrum just outside the 22. Let's have a look at this. Flicked on there. Yeah, front of the hand.
You're right about the high too. First infringement.
The ones are up.
Okay, Magpies, what are you going to do? Richard Buckman, who are their game players? They've got 12 Super Rugby players in the side, so there's a hell of a lot more experience. Horrell plays for the Chiefs.
Sit.
They've got to step up now. There's a quarter of the game to go in the Shield clash.
Accidentally running into your own player, so the scrum will go to Waikato, and this may very well prove
Number 1 red.
to be a very significant exchange. Wuhila for Ben Tameifuna, who not that long ago was in the conversation about potential elevation to the All Blacks. He has a tremendous look at the sheer size and power of him defensively at scrum time and carrying the football.
Well, you must smile, Richard Turner, when you see Big Benny come on. He's just been on. He's the type of player. Take a bow, Sean, by the way. He took a punt and not to start him, knowing that the Waikato team has been tiring. Well, you've got 20 minutes, Benny. You give him a wink, but there'll be a bit of weight coming in now at the scrum.
Crutch! On the block. Hold on.
We'll get to see it straight away, won't we, Matthew?
You talk to me about angles, you need to set up straight too.
Impact.
Set up straight. Come in there.
Tameifuna. It's set piece time. It's fresh. The other boys have been working hard, working very hard.
Ash Dixon will be licking his lips. Come here, big boy.
Crouch!
We expect our front rowers to get stuck in. Don't worry, they will.
Sit!
Brad Weber, debut for the All Blacks in Samoa in July. Collie up, just a straight pass to the short side. Shannon Chase holds him up. And we'll one there. Brad Weber with a question for Lewis Marshall. That ball's knocked back. O'Connor's onside now. Shannon Chase with it in and out. I'm thinking there's some drama to come, Richard Turner.
Oh, no, about that, Ken. Absolutely. Don't go anywhere just yet. 18 or 17 and a half minutes to go. Some issues here for Lambourne.
He's been great, hasn't he? Quick throw there from the Waikato team.
Yeah, play on without him. They will. Waikato.
Damien McKenzie for Lewis Marshall. Edwardson with the tackle. And a penalty advantage for Hawkes Bay.
Here they go, Hawkes Bay. So this will head straight into the corner for me, Matthew. Oh, no, he's pointed at the post. Yeah, 3 points.
Yeah, still time, Richard, and I think the penalty, I think the decision there from Brendan O'Connor is the right one. And opportunity, you go up to 24, 21, and all of a sudden, the crowd, he's changed his mind.
Yeah.
He's gone from your original thought there.
I guess maybe just the distance thing was part of the equation there, Matthew, but this is Hawkes Bay's go-to play. If he gets it inside the 22, which he does, Lewis Marshall's been good at the back for Hawkes Bay. And then you see there, Tucker, the lock, off his feet initially, gets to his feet eventually, but the mistake had already come. And this is their go-to play here, Hawkes Bay. How about that, though? Saved the Ranfurly Shield with the last kick of the season on 3 occasions.
In fact, Blair Furlong, who we showed you at half-time, he kicked that drop goal of 1967. And he's now the president of Hawkes Bay Waikato with an important win. So this is a contest, the Ranfurly Shield, that is clouded in drama and emotion, and Robbie Fruin.
Penny Ioane, the number 5. Take a bow, the Waikato lock. An outstanding take under pressure when it was the throw-in from the Magpies. Ash Dixon, look at Ioane go up. Brilliant take from the Waikato second rower.
Yeah, it hasn't been a great night for Hawkes Bay at line-out time. 4 against the throw. So, very well having the go-to play.
Look at the Magpie faithful.
Blair Furlong, you can't look. There he is. A wonderful contributor to our game, and of course into cricket over the years. Blair Furlong is a wonderful player. 15 to go. We have no idea who's going to win this. Kinsey, Jordan Trainer. This kid, he played in the under-19s last week. Tucker, what a game he's had tonight. In the Hawke's Bay, with this phenomenal second half record this year. And phenomenal defence of the Ranfurly Shield. Played with heart and with skill. Weber, 8-9 play with Adam Byrne, who started the game at 6. He's now playing 8. A midfield bomb from McKenzie for Shannon Chase, who's up to the mark. Good job, Shannon Chase. Buckman, first receiver. Robbie Fruin. Abbott. Hawke's Bay trying to build some pressure on the Waikato defence line. West. Couple of decoys for Lewis Marshall. Inside ball for Lambourne. Eaton. West. Abbott. Got his shoulders through the line. They line up on the left side. Uhia West. Horrell. They've got some class. Hawke's Bay. West. Left foot step. That's taking metre by metre off the Waikato defence. Allardyce. What form he's in tonight. Michael Allardyce.
Advantage.
Penalty advantage for Hawke's Bay. More pressure on Waikato. Buckman. It's a little three-man play. Andrew Horrell's in the backfield. Inside ball. Eaton can't take the pass. And Weber comes back on the return. The advantage was over. Tucker. Damien McKenzie knows there's no fullback. Sends the ball deep. Shannon Chase. Back and cover. Great job, Shannon. Under pressure. Back-to-back big plays on the replacement winger.
Oh, yeah, but again, how many times do we have to talk about Damien McKenzie and his decision-making? They were under advantage here, Hawke's Bay, then it was advantage over as Horrell took the gap. Couldn't find Eaton on the inside ball, and then Weber brings it out. And then decision from McKenzie. You did right, knew that there was no one home deep for Hawke's Bay. And how about this field position for Waikato?
Tolo Faha Mokia, the number 1 for Hawke's Bay, the loose head props, being replaced by 17, Mark Brainwood. The great chase from Jordan Trainer there. There he goes over to the right wing. He's been open side wing all night.
Tucker with another line-out win at the back.
There's once.
Faivar.
Okay, sideways.
You control the driving.
Use it. 7 stay
More,
up.
there's the warning from the referee. Brad Weber with a right-hand fend. A brilliant try, a double for Brad Weber.
Oh, outstanding. The skipper. They were forced to play it. Were Waikato, the Hawke's Bay boys were in doing the grunt work, and look at this, it moves to the right, it's going sideways, so they're told to use it. Weber grabs it, looks up, there's space, and how about the acceleration of Brad Weber?
Oh, too quick in between Allardyce and Fruin, and we know how fast he is. He gave him a little fend to the big fella, and the Waikato skipper is over for try number 2, and that is a major statement from the challengers from the Waikato.
The Waikato fans enthralled. It's been a very disappointing season in a lot of ways for them. It looks like they've saved their best for last. A little over 10 to go. And these 2 young kids playing 9 and 10, and they're just kids. Weber out of Napier Boys High not that long ago. McKenzie out of Christ not that long ago, and here they are in one of the biggest games of their career, and their ball just doesn't turn, so the We talked about drama and controversy, Richard Turner, about it continuing right to the end.
Yep.
There will be still more to come.
Oh, no doubt about that. But I tell you, a bloke will have mixed emotions is Brad Weber's dad, former manager of this Hawkes Bay side. And he's watching his son put them to the sword at the moment.
He'll be very proud. He'll be very proud of the journey of his son. Quick throw. West. Nice inside ball for Horrell. Lewis Marshall. Very skillful. Lambourne. Runs hard and straight. Commits 4 Waikato defenders. Gives Hawkes Bay field position. West. Abbott. Mark Abbott to the line. Pops the ball up. It's gone forward. Sean Stevenson. Field position straight away. Shannon Chase.
And that just sums up a little bit of the Hawkes Bay game tonight here at McLean Park. They've got through, they've broken through the defensive line. And the last time the pass bounced forward, that time Tamiafuna, he picked it up. And look where Waikato are now.
Yeah, certainly the story of the night for me for Hawkes Bay, Matt. They making breaks on 3 occasions, passes that, well, you'd suggest didn't need to be thrown, but that's the way Hawkes Bay play the game. So you live by it and you die by the same sword, don't you?
Dixon for Abbott. The higher West. Decoy play. The ball goes behind. Lewis Marshall. Edwardson on the chase. Marshall with a beautiful ball at the back door for Robbie Freeland. Stands on the touchline. Anton Leonard Brown.
We haven't spoken a lot
of defensive play.
We haven't spoken a lot about Leonard Brown, but he's been right in the middle, being one of the absolute central figures around defence for the side. He's played for the Chiefs, and we're going to see a lot more of Leonard Brown in the next couple of years.
We talked about it.
There he is, Sanalia Wanganga. He's come on there for number 4, Mike Allardyce.
Damien McKenzie to the line for Anton Leonard Brown, and now Trainer with a one-on-one. The ball's along the ground. They need a good bounce. Waikato. It's a hat trick for the captain. Weber.
He can't believe it. Hawkes Bay can't believe it. The Waikato fans are starting to believe that they're heading north with the Ranfurly Shield. Good ball off the top for Waikato.
Jordan Trainer.
Yeah, absolutely. Stevenson to Trainer, the acceleration, and how about the infield, the centre kick. The centre kick, it's set up for Weber. And I would say, Matthew Cooper, it's safe to say that the Shield.
Beautiful back play, Richard Turner from the Waikato side. All in front, beautiful hands. They created the overlap to Trainer. And it was just a lovely follow through. That halfback always comes in that inside line. We're calling them the challengers, but the people of Waikato, I think you just about ready can call them the holders.
Got room in the boot of your car, Matthew?
Oh, it'll be a long trip home, Richard.
Are you calling it, Matthew?
It'll be a long trip. Here he is, Damien McKenzie. The smile. There's probably a big reason for that smile. And he comes, steps in. And there's 2 more to the challengers.
Jordan Trainer, what a fabulous kid and what a fabulous talent. Watched him playing in Land Rover First 15 Rugby out of St Peters. Represented New Zealand secondary schools last year. Same path as Damien McKenzie on your screen. He's on debut tonight. Jordan Trainer, but gee, he looks a fabulous player. He'll be a contender for New Zealand 20s next year as well. And this young, exciting brand of players that have been brought through. Sean, by the way, the pleasure of talking to him before the game, and he let the weight of the world on his shoulders. He's a young coach in his first year and representing a very proud province, one that well known to Matthew Cooper sideline, and what an effort it has been. But there's still more to come. Real check, buck run down the right side. The ball's drifted forward, and Waikato, it's all going their way tonight. The bounce of the ball Damien McKenzie just looking for some field position. High West gets on with play. Shannon Chase. The ball looked like it went forward. Brendan O'Connor, no call from the referee. O'Connor. Abbott.
Leave it back. Release back.
Waikato.
They're behind the last feet.
And Damien McKenzie. Charge down, there's more. No. Trainer. Again, the bounce of the ball with the way of Waikato.
That's right. Accidental offside.
Accidental offside. He's fielded that trainer. He's run into one of his own players in front of him. Oh boy. They might be down, but you wouldn't think that they're out. How about this? Robbie Pruitt to Buckman. And who made the tackle? Who made the tackle?
What a star, Brad Weber.
Who's going off?
Standing game.
7 and 2. 7.
We have seen
Number 7.
one of the all-time great games tonight. Very fortunate we are to be here, to be part of it.
Yeah, he's been
Hawkes Bay with their fabulous record the last couple of years, and the best second-half team in the competition.
Thank you.
And called on to do an enormous amount of defence early in the game, and Richard, you alluded to it. Maybe they're paying the price for that now.
Hami Fiver, outstanding number 2 there, coming off there. He's been replaced by Tyrone Taruruku. And Murray Iti has also come on for Mitch Jacobson.
Crouch!
The Hawkes Bay have unloaded their bench too, giving everyone a trot.
Sit!
Ellery Wilson. Half-back for Hawkes Bay.
Boys, we've got way too much work going on.
He's on for the Centurion. Chris Eaton. Front rowers. With less than 5 on the clock. Richard are still chipping away at each other.
Crouch!
Regardless of going back to the ITM Cup, Wellington will be happy at the moment with this result. They have an opportunity now against Manawatu that could secure them with home finals right through now. So big game coming up for the Wellington side.
The High West to the line. Long ball for Buckman. He's on the outside of the defender. He couldn't find Lewis Marshall, but he's strong enough. Now he gets the ball out the back door for Rupiha. Buckman handles again. Abbott. West. Robbie Ford. Big and strong. Can he get the ball down?
Can you see anything from here? Okay. Mark. Try or no try, please. Just check looking for a grounding. If it's not a try, I'm going back for a penalty for the scrum.
So Pruitt into the contacts. Stevenson, McKenzie, they're all there. I don't know if he got that down, Matthew.
Who's in there? Is it 9 or 10? I think it's this time it's McKenzie.
Yeah, it's McKenzie this time. Stevenson, the fullback. Look at him. He's got his hands on the ball, McKenzie. And the ball's still up in the air there. Maybe there, but we're not going to see it.
I saw at the end it was off the ground, but...
So Sean Stevenson slows him up. Damien McKenzie gets around, gets his hands on the ball. Robbie Fruin, who's 112 kilos, not much change out of that. And we can conclusively tell you we can't see.
This will be probably our best angle to see if it has been grounded, Kent. There he is. He tries to roll the ball over, but
Damien
no.
McKenzie.
Would suggest no.
Look at Damien, that's it. Damien McKenzie's prevented it from making contact. Great job, Damien McKenzie. Brad Weber, a hat-trick and a crucial tackle down that side. Damien McKenzie, who's an attacker with a big defensive play.
Hawkes Bay got a long walk back, haven't they? No try. They've all gone back trying to sell it.
So less than 4.
I was playing advantage for your tight head collapsing the scrum, so we're going to go back for the penalty for the scrum.
Brad Weber, what a journey this kid has had. But Napier boys down to Otago, Hawkes Bay, found a home at Waikato. Got to start with the Chiefs. All Black debut in July against Samoa at Apia Park. And what a day. Young captain, young leader, a tough season, scores a hat-trick, is going to win the Ranfurly Shield again for this very proud province.
What was that?
The Spearathorn
And he will be in a lot of discussions in the future, Brad Weber.
He will be. Just take this opportunity to acknowledge Hawkes Bay as well. What a wonderful reign. They talk about the 20s and they talk about the 60s. This team stamped their mark on Hawkes Bay rugby and the legacy of the Ranfurly Shield. And they've certainly done it proud.
Abbott.
Take advantage, no arms in the tackle. Number 17.
The penalty advantage. Higher West. Robbie Fruin running at midfield. The ball being worked to the back. Back when it's loose.
Oh, Tameafuna, it's going to go.
No arms in the tackle. Time's off.
Well, it was brief, but it had an impact, and he's going to finish his time in New Zealand rugby for now, I hope, in the bin. But here he is, Lewis Hamilton. It's academic for Hawkes Bay. Lewis Marshall, sorry. Not quite as quick as Lewis Hamilton. But they're in a hurry, Hawkes Bay, but too little, too late. Still 11 points of deficit. So Waikato, they'll be in no hurry. Referee stopped the clock, so maybe they will get a trot on here. The Waikato boys. Lewis Marshall's had a good night in the 15 jersey for Hawkes Bay.
Well, they are two great provinces that are steeped in the history of our game. Third player to get a hat-trick in a challenge. Dean Megan, Tim Mickelson, and now add the brilliant Brad Weber to that duo. 9,200 crowd. It's why we love the ITM Cup. We love our NPC. It's why it's what it is. Massive advantage in the development of our game. And Higher West to the line. Look down the left side for Wonga. Not a great ball for Shannon Chase. Hillary Wilson. Higher West. Rupiha. Short ball for Brendan O'Connor, the captain. Tries to go in and out, and floats a tackle. Robbie Fruin. Damien McKenzie with another big defensive play. The ball's looked forward.
Outstanding.
They have played with heart. The ball's gone forward, but Damien McKenzie with another sensational play against the Robbie Fruin, who has made a career out of running over smaller opponents. Now have a look at this. Damien McKenzie on the cover.
Well, it's copybook. He had to get through the big friend of Robbie Fruin, did McKenzie. He did that. He did that well. And that is a copybook stop.
No, we've got guys getting injured everywhere. So
it's a battlefield match. There's players down getting attended all over the place, players stretching. It's been a heck of a contest.
So we've got everybody on there?
Yeah, Lewis Marshall, Zach Guilford's back on too, Richard. And
yeah, that's serious.
Oh, there's people down everywhere on McLean Park. But I tell you what is happening, there's quite a few cowbells that are starting to really make a bit of noise.
Hawkes Bay have lost just one game in 2015. We've been alluding to it throughout the second half. They've had, up until now, a perfect 9-0 second half record, won all of their second halves in the opening 9 games. Waikato very modest, just 3 wins, 6 losses, in danger of being relegated. And Damien McKenzie, he has been one of the players that has lit this game up tonight. His goal kicking, his ball play, his defence, and his footwork as well has been outstanding. Damien McKenzie finding players in space, and his defence, one of the smallest players on the park, has been a real feature. And the accuracy of his kicking game, his running game, and his passing game is outstanding. And what about this? What a wonderful defensive effort from potentially one of the best players in the world. He's got a big future, this kid.
Oh, no doubt about that. Talk about all-round game, and he's put it all out there tonight as Damien McKenzie.
Spare a thought too for first-year coach in Sean Botherway. He's come through the system, the Waikato coach, alongside Carl Hofton, Tor Williams. A young coaching group that have come through. Tough season, but I tell you what, if you're going to take the log of wood away at the end of the season, that is one of the prized trophies in domestic rugby around the world. In Waikato, you are now the new holders of the Ranfurly Shield.
Yeah, and he's a good young coach in our system with a very solid and proven record in Waikato with tremendous success coaching the Hamilton Maris Club. It's a championship glory, Sean, by the way. And he hasn't had too many nights where he could smile like this in his new coaching career, but we're excited for him and for his team, the way that they've played. We all know how good this Waikato team is and what their potential is, and today they have delivered it in the most important game of all. And Hawkes Bay with one last powerful shunt at the line. And looking to have the last say, Ellery Wilson, high west into midfield. The ball is loose. Shannon Chase, one-on-one. Sean Stevenson, another young kid with an important tackle. High west into midfield they go. Wilson, West, behind ball for Ropiha. Ropiha with a beautiful ball out the back door. Brendan O'Connor will have the last say. They're sprinting back.
30 seconds.
Is there more to come?
The Iowa West.
They're going to have to kick off here. Waikato. Oh, this is Ranfurly Shield rugby at its best.
We've already given the last rights on this, but somebody forgot to tell Hawkes Bay.
Hold the phone.
There's more to come in this. A converted try. We are down to seconds.
No, you can't. It'll be a free. We have to complete the restart.
Have to complete the restart.
He was just checking. He was just checking if he could kick it straight out.
Is there a moment to come for Hawkes Bay? One last desperate throw. Ebbett. They're lining up down the left side. Ellery Wilson. High West. West. Away from the first tackle. Ellery Wilson. That's a penalty. No, the referee's happy. Penalty advantage. Hawkes Bay will get field position.
Time's up on the clock. No, you can't. It's time's up.
They've got a tip. Ebbett. Hawkes Bay. Can they find a hole in the Waikato defence? High West. Zach Guilford for Buckman. They need a converted try. Waikato need the football.
Advantage.
Wanga. Another penalty advantage. Wilson. Whamokiora. Ebbett. Lambourne. Close to the touchline. Wilson. Zach Guilford at first receiver. To the line. Riccatelli. Ball is loose, another penalty. They're going to get field position again. 36 points. Place 30.
It's got to be the tap and go, though.
The drama and the controversy of this match, in keeping with Ranfurly Shield rugby at its very best ever. Can the 15 brave soldiers of Hawkes Bay find their way back from the impossible? Ropiha held up, finds the ground, it's going to be recycled. Wilson, West, short ball, far more Kior. Now they can see the try line, Ehai West. 30 metres out, Hawkes Bay, Evatt, pick and go, 25 metres out, big numbers on the right hand side.
Stevenson turnover.
They're going again, Hawkes Bay. That's it. Full time, Waikato with a great sigh of relief. Devastation for Hawkes Bay. What a game, what a match. Waikato, the new holders of the Ranfurly Shield, 36 points to 30. We have seen one of the most thrilling and exhilarating challenges for this famous log of wood. There have been many in the past and many more to come in the future. But a very, very special game. It is a grand occasion in front of a big crowd. And an out of form, out of sorts, Waikato up against Hawkes Bay, who have been a machine all year with this wonderful record they have fashioned with the Ranfurly Shield. These are the scenes and images at full time for Waikato at the end of a modest season. Devastation for their opponents, who have been valiant and have been courageous and have been very, very special in their defensive era of the Ranfurly Shield. Matthew Cooper is doing the presentation.
Thank you, Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, a marvellous chapter of Ranfurly Shield rugby has just happened. I firstly would like to everyone to acknowledge the great performance of the Hawkes Bay Magpies in the Shield tenure of 11 defences. Ladies and gentlemen, Hawkes Bay. But we have a new holder of the Ranfurly Shield, and it goes to a very proud province in the Waikato rugby team. And so now, as tradition, as always happens with Ranfurly Shield rugby, I now ask the captain of the Magpies to take the famous log of wood and now pass it over to the new holders, represented by co-captains Fetu Douglas and the 3-try scorer Brad Weber.
Celebration for Waikato at the end of a tough season, and the story of this famous log of wood continues, with Waikato about to start their defences in 2016.
The 2015 ITM Cup was proudly brought to you by the Tui Brewery,